Hey everybody, I'm Diane Gale and I am the author of the blog sustainableslowliving.com, and today you and I are going to make an egg roll in a bowl. This is a one-pot recipe. It's done in 30 minutes and it tastes, well, like an egg roll. It's really a great dinner. Quick, easy dinner. So come on over to the stove with me and let's throw it together. One of the things that I'm loving about this recipe is I'm pulling out my wok. I don't use it as much now that I'm not in Maine in my own kitchen. In my own kitchen I used it all the time because it had a very convenient place to live. And when things are convenient, we use them more. I've heated the wok up nice and hot. And this is a pound of ground pork that I threw in here to cook. I'm going to add to it 1 medium-sized sweet onion, kind of coarsely chopped. And I'm going to add 2 cloves, large cloves of minced garlic. And then I'm just going to let this cook down until that pork is cooked and those onions are getting pretty soft. We're starting to get a little bit of translucency to the onions, which is great. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to break this pork up because you don't want it to be in big chunks. You want it to be broken up. I did put a lid on this while it was cooking so that it would encourage the onions to soften. And there we go. That's broken up pretty well. There's still a little bit of pink in that sausage, so I'm going to go ahead and put that lid back on and let this cook down just a little bit more. I think that that's cooked plenty well enough. It is going to continue to cook. We're going to go ahead and we're going to add 3 heaping cups of shredded cabbage. I like my cabbage shredded just a little bit finer than this, but I don't have a shredder here and I had to chop that by hand. And then I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of shredded carrots. And I'm going to stir this up and then put that lid back on and let this cook down a little bit as well. I cooked that just until things were starting to soften up. I didn't allow them to cook all the way. We want to add the flavor ingredients and we want to allow them to simmer into the dish as it cooks. So we're going to add a 1/4 cup of amino acids. Amino acids really are one of the tricks to making this recipe very flavorful. You can use soy sauce, but it won't be nearly as flavorful as it will with amino acids. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to add in 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. Sesame oil is very important for the recipe as well. You shouldn't try to substitute a different oil. Sesame oil is readily available in grocery stores and it's not incredibly expensive. It may seem like it when you see the size of the bottle, but when you look at how much you use, it really isn't. And then we're going to add 2 teaspoons of rice vinegar and we're going to add 1 teaspoon of ground ginger. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to stir this up very well so that all of the ingredients get incorporated throughout the entire dish. And I'm going to put that lid back on top and I'm going to allow that cabbage to cook down the rest of the way. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn this off because in the true spirit of Chinese food, Asian food, I don't want my cabbage to be overcooked. You can cook it to any consistency that you like. This cabbage is very soft except for the bigger pieces, and that's exactly how I want it to be done. And there we have it, you guys. An egg roll in a bowl. Now you can garnish this, and actually, while garnishes are something that generally I feel you get to kind of pick whether or not you want your dish to look pretty, there are times when a garnish is very important. And with this dish, I think that's the case. So I would go ahead and I would take some scallions and I would put them over the top of this dish. And I would take some toasted sesame seeds and I would also put those over the top of the dish. They add a great deal of flavor to this dish. I'm going to put the link to the blog post for this egg roll in a bowl recipe down below so that you can head over there and print out a hard copy if you want to have it in your kitchen. For me, it's always easier to have a hard copy than to be looking things up online over and over again. I'm sure there are places you can save them. I just don't do that. I'm a hard copy kind of girl. So you can head over there and check that out if you like. For now, I think that we should get a taste of this delicious egg roll in a bowl. I really do wish you could be here with me in the real to taste things when I taste them. You know, I feel kind of silly saying let's get a taste and then here I am on camera having a taste all by myself. But it is delicious. I encourage you to leave the cabbage a little bit crunchy. This is a great way to enjoy that egg roll flavor on a day when you want a quick meal and you're kind of craving an egg roll, but you don't want to run out for Chinese. And besides, again, always better for you when made at home. And you don't want to put together egg rolls because they can be pretty time intensive. Although it is fun to make them, I love to do that. This is a great alternative for a night when you don't have the time. So I hope you're going to make yourself some. I hope you're going to enjoy every bite. And as always, I'm really glad that you joined me here today. We are going to get together again, and we are going to do it really soon.